Start wearing purple, wearing purple.
Build more killbots.
Hey everybody. Hello. Sorry I was a little bit late. The gas man turned up. Apparently we have a bit of a gas leak, but that's all sorted now. So that was very, very quick, but all sorted. How's everybody doing? Why is that not coming on? Come on. There we go. Yeah, how's everybody doing? We all okay? Meeting time, no worries, teeny tiny. Thank you very much. Hendy, how are you? Mr. Henster. There we go. Old world Gorgon Minotaur. There's the Gorgon. There's the Doom Bull. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. Cool little army. Cool little army with like 20 models in it. Try and paint the shit out of that at some point. I started the last edition of Blood Bowl with Skaven. If you are playing each other, I wouldn't worry. But yeah, don't worry. That's why I said don't worry if you're like a one-off game. But it's cool that Hendy. What was that? The one that Hendy linked? I can't remember what it was. I'm a grouch old tournament. I'm a grouchy tournament player. Yeah, how is everybody doing anyway? Is everybody having a good Wednesday so far? Hopefully everybody is. Just moving all these Minotaurs out of the way again. We've put some colour on the bases, ready to throw some texture stuff on them. Thought you changed your mind about the stream? Nope. We just had the gas. I just had the gas man turned up because he detected a leak. Well, they detected a leak, so that's all just been sorted. So I went live. On the starting soon, and then I got a knock on the door. So just been sorted that out. It was very, very quick though, which was good. Right, let's get some music on. And then we've got that there. Oh, I need my glove. I need a glove so that I can hold this and paint this. My house was going to blow up. Excuses. Yeah, right. Yeah. As excuses go, it's a pretty shit one, isn't it? 2 seconds. I just need to go and get my glove. Okay, I'm back. Where did I put my... There it is. been going through Optimus Prime today. There's Optimus Prime. All the bits for Optimus Prime. There we go. This, there we go. So this kind of surface, it's like a brushed surface. It's not very nice to kind of lean on, so the foam really helps. 25 minutes to prayer and still not sorted. Sorry, I got interrupted and got distracted. Right, yeah. Anyway, more like, hey, let's increase meter and get more money off him. Excuse. No, Sophie, you are so negative at everything in life. No, there was a gas leak. There was a gas leak that they found. So it's all good. Kind of reasonable excuse. They check neighbour properties if the leak is found elsewhere. Yep. So it was down in the garage anyway, which was interesting actually because I've never smelt gas before. And it was the little meter thing that he had. It was beep, 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 it was going off quite a lot, and the pipe with the connector on it, it did tighten up like a quarter of a turn. So he's changing that at the moment anyway. So. How is everybody anyway? Travel horizontally on the ground for quite a way. Oh. Right, we need to put some music on. Yeah, it's weird. I've never smelled any gas, so it's quite interesting. It's probably because I'm like 6'5" and like well above it. So maybe if it does just like sit at the bottom, then that's where I don't hear it. Anyway, all good. Oh! I have. Here we go. I'll show you the thing. I have the printer is currently going, so the printer is currently is printing the heads. It's currently printing the heads for 10 Minotaurs. So I've got 10 Minotaurs all kind of done like this. So I'm printing off the heads for all of those, and then around the heads on the plate, I'm printing 100 arrows. Printing 100 arrows for my wood elves, so I can do like little unit fillers, and also for the wood elves you can have enchanted arrows. Every unit that has bows can have enchanted arrows. So I thought this would be a really cool way of showing which arrows they have. So this one's quite cool as well, because that one there's a moonstar arrow or moonfire arrow for the wood elves, so that one can represent that, and then you've got like all the other ones as well. So I'm going to have them all leaning up against probably like the flaming one, maybe not. Which one's the flaming one? Is that one the flaming one? Anyway, yeah, the flaming one maybe not leaning up against a tree stump, but yeah, I'm going to do like some arrows leaning up against tree stumps, which will be quite cool. So yeah, these are all printing off at the moment, which is awesome. I quite like that. This little place is quite cool actually. Lots of good little bits there. They do sell some tree stumps there, but because of the way I'm basing the wood elves, I'm going to try and use like real tree stumps, and try and find try and kind of manipulate those so I can like put so I need to try and find like some branches which I can cut up and stick on the bases to make it look like tree stumps. So that'd be quite cool. Yes, gas all sorted. Thank you very much everybody for being patient. What else have we got to say? Right, I do have. Hey Stray, how you doing? I do have something to tell you all that you're all gonna roll your eyes at. But it's been something I've been trying to do for a while. Because Rich lent me one of the brushes, and it was good. So I am now officially sponsored by Artis Opus. So I do have a sponsorship with Artis Opus. So Artis Opus are sending me 4 of their sets, 4 of their paintbrush sets, to use. and stuff like that. So yeah, so I've got sponsored by. So if you do exclamation mark brush now, then you'll get a link to the Artis Opus to the Artis Opus page for your brushes. So if anybody wants any kind of brushes or anything, then feel free to use the Artis Opus brush, Otis stuff. Yeah, I'll let you know what I think when I'm using them on the stream. Really stretching his buzzer these days, eh? Yeah, exactly, Tobe. Exactly. No, they are. I've Rich lent me one, and I did use one, and it did have all the attributes that I liked about the Da Vinci one. So, yeah, it's all good. So yeah, I just thought I'd say that as well. So that if you do want to grab any of the Artis Opus stuff, there's a link there. Just do exclamation mark brush, and there's also a link down in the information. But until then, until they arrive, which will probably be tomorrow, until they arrive, I'll keep using my Da Vinci's. We can get them relatively invited. Yeah. They are. Like, I know Byron as well, so like I've talked to him about how he designs his brushes and everything. So they are good. And like I say, Rich lent me one, so it was quality. And I'm really picky with my brushes as well. I don't like a fair few of them. So yeah, Captain Mannerings, that's cool. If you do grab any more, then feel free to use the Artis Opus link. I get, just so you guys know, I get even more of a cut if you do buy Artis Opus stuff than normal. From Element Games, which is great. Right. Whew. Let's do. I'm in a bit of a quandary with this. Because Hendy is saying, "Oh, put it on a square base," because it would be amazing on a square base. It would be amazing on a square base, and kind of future-proofing. Maybe I should kind of have it on a square base. But then I also have the Soulblight Gravelord's Army for AOS, and it would be really cool to have in AOS. And if I did a Vampire Count army, I'm not entirely sure I want a Zombie Dragon in it, because I kind of want just like foot and mounted on horses, vampire-y things, magnetized swap. That's like one thing, like, because it's only this bit here, it's only that bit, so I could magnetize that and just like keep taking that on and off and putting it on the square base and stuff. So maybe I just do that. Maybe I just do that, because he does just sit. Where is it? There, like that. He does just sit there, like that, which is cool as shit. But the I don't know. It's really nice, isn't it? It's really nice. Maybe I just get a second one. Maybe I just say thank you very much, Games Workshop, for sending me this one, so that I can review it and paint it for you all. But paint this one and stick it on the round base for AOS, and then just get a second one. Just the Necrons at Warhammer World. Has Chris ever finished a mini? I've finished lots of minis. You're doing Vamps after Wood Elves as you still Tomb Kings and your Minotaurs to Divas as well. Sophie's like, am I doing? Like, I've got lots of things on the go. Like, am I doing Soulblight Gravelords? Like, I didn't want to do vampire counts in Old World because they're not supported, and because they're not supported, you have to try and find the cool vampires like Isabella. The Isabella model is gorgeous, and it would be really, really, really cool to have the Isabella model in a Vampire Count's army. However, the Isabella model, because the army isn't supported, Games Workshop don't sell it, therefore you can only get it off eBay for like 100 quid. It's just like flat out 100 quid. So I was a little bit like grumpy about, well, there's no point doing Vampire Counts because I can't get the models that I would like in the army. However, the Barrow Guard and the skeletons for AOS just look so good ranked up. That 4 units or 3 units of like skeletons and Graveguard with a vampire and a White King in each one, in the front rank of each one, and a Battle Standard Bearer and a Necromancer, and then like a Black Coach and a vampire on a Abyssal Terror. Is it Abyssal Terror or Nightmare Terror? Would just look so cool as an army. I might relent, and also the Cult of Paint, video where he did where he painted the Barrow Guard for Old World. He did it so quickly and so easily. So that's the other thing with Old World that I'm really liking at the moment. The paint, not particularly the paint schemes, but the techniques, not really the techniques, the workflow, like how you get to the finished paint job is so quick. It's so quick and efficient to get to a finished paint job when you're doing rank and file minis. It's really cool, it's really nice, and I'm really enjoying it. Where are we with Tomb Kings at the moment? Anything pretty within reach to show off? Well, like there's little bits here and there. That's where. So I have been. Hang on. You're distracting me again, chat. So that's what I've been painting the last few days. So that's the Bone Giant for the army, and then we've also been doing 24. We've also been doing 24 Ushabti. Hey Dylan, how are you doing? Thank you very much. We've also been doing 24 Ushabti and getting all of these done ready for like a big unit of Ushabti, along with the Standard Bearer. Standard Bearer for the unit, which is looking really cool. He's also got a little cannon barrel on there. Let's get that in focus a little bit lower down. So that one's the Battle Standard Bearer, the Standard Bearer for a unit of Ushabti. They don't have a Standard Bearer, but this one's just to kind of make it look cool, make the unit look cool. So I've been doing all of those. And then we've been slowly working through, the Tomb Guard as well. So these ones are a bit of a tricky one to kind of get through. So we'll be doing a lot of those. And this is the champion for the Ushabti. There we go. So I made him the champion of the Ushabti, giving him an Ushabti weapon. So he looks really, really cool as well. So yeah, lots of Tomb Kings bits and bobs going on. I've got a tournament in October. I'm not going to say tournament, I'm going to say event. I've got an event in October. That's the Ushabti unit filler for my Tomb Guard as well. So I'm going to have 2 Ushabti sitting in the middle of the unit of Tomb Guard, which is going to look really, really good as well. Because it's an Ushabti based army. Because they're flat out just my favourite models. So that's really, really cool. So yeah, the vampire counts thing is still a bit of a nightmare. And I know, woe is me, Games Workshop didn't send me the Death Rattle box, so I couldn't get a head start on it or anything. Right. So this one, I'm not entirely sure which way to go with him. We shall see. Anyway, how's everybody's day going? Are we all having a good day? Which of the brush sets have you got, Mannerings? Did you grab a set, or did you grab individual brushes? I've been trying to entice Rich into getting a Richard Gray brush set. So I think that would be cool. But getting on the warm side. Getting on the warm side. Right. We need to. That is Troll Blood Highlight, isn't it? So we've got Troll Blood Highlight, which is that one. So we're going to get that and put a little bit of ivory in it, just to keep it yucky. And then we can try and start blending these together, because we want to try and make. I should probably put water in the wet palette, seeing as it's so hot again. But yeah, I'm glad I've got a brush sponsor now, so I don't have to. Oh shit. And I did email Da Vinci, and they didn't reply because I'm not important enough. Still hot. It's been cooled down to a chilly 15. Oh wow! No, it's still hot here. Definitely still warm here. I've got the initial D series and the XL as a separate, then a few of the S. S2 is my oh, sweet Mannerings. Sweet. I think I will probably end up with the S size 1. I'll probably use that one an awful lot, in the same way that I use the Da Vinci size 1 an awful lot. That's like my favourite. So we'll see how that transpires across. What's the soap like? Because I was actually, before I got this email from Artis Opus, I was going to melt down some soap and stick it in the Masters soap thing. Back to alert. No worries, Soph. Sophie, Soph. But if they're sending me some of the brush soap, I'll try that first. There we go. That should bridge the gap quite well. Did you say hello to the Raiders? Hello, Raiders. How are you doing? Sorry, I got very distracted with trying to articulate my thoughts about vampire counts. S234 brushes are my main ones, and the S00. The S00 is also Captain Mannering's, Richard Gray's favourite brush. So you and Richard Gray have something in common. Hello, Raiders. How are you all doing? How was Dylan's stream? What was he working on? What was he working on today? Right, we're going to try and soften a load of these transitions down. I'll probably make that a little bit thinner. There we go, particularly because it's a bit warm as well. Yep. So yeah, nice one, Mannerings. I didn't know you used the artist open stuff. That's cool. Laura converted me to them. So were they Laura's favourites? What did you used to use? I'm really picky with my brushes. I've used loads. Everybody raved about the Rosemary & Co ones. I didn't like them. They felt a little bit rough in their bristles. The Raphael ones I didn't like because they were too stumpy. The tips weren't long enough for me. The Da Vinci ones are lovely because they've got a nice body, but they've also got that long tip. The Artis Opus ones also had that nice long tip, which I really like. Yeah, the Raphael ones were okay. Like I say, they were just a little bit too stumpy, really, for me. And the Rosemary & Co ones, the paint didn't really come off them like how I wanted. Might have to pick up the 5. Nice. Well, you know what affiliate link to use if you do grab the 5. I will. I'm sure I'll have the set. They said they're sending it out today, so I'd imagine it will land tomorrow, and we can paint tomorrow on stream. If not, it'll be next week. Because as you all know, I am not streaming on Friday because I'm going to go and see Rich on Friday. We've got something to head to on Friday with Rich, which will be cool. But I was largely using synthetic as I was heavily using contrast. Ah, yes, of course. The synthetic stuff I've tried. I've tried synthetic stuff as well because Mr. Sam Lenz. I had a chit chat with Sam Lenz about it all. So I tried it with tried synthetics with that, and again I just don't like the way the paint comes off it. Laura will be able to tell you more. Awesome. She's in a meeting, isn't she, at the moment? Well, they're sending me 4 sets. And I think you get a soap in each set, don't you? So I should be fine. I should be fine for soap for a while. So you all need to keep me accountable to wash the brushes after every painting session, because that should help as well. What brushes does everybody use in chat? Pop in your brushes that you use. Obviously, I've been using Da Vinci for 6 years now. I came back into the hobby 8 years ago. It took me a couple of years to find the brushes I like using, so probably 6 to 7 years. I used some of the Winder and Newton ones to start with, because they were the ones I had left over from the heavy metal team. I used to be able to get the brushes from there. So I'll probably just kind of Hey Teeny Tiny, how you doing? Oh, we got a Goldilocks. Clean my keyboard. I do need to clean my keyboard. I need to pull all the keys out and clean my keyboard, dude. You've got some Raphael, some cheap synthetics, and a nice synthetic from Pro Acryl. I have some very, very cheap synthetics, actually. I can show you my very, 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 very cheap synthetics, which you have reminded me because I got them for one specific reason. Target. I got these cheap synthetics. Interestingly, my sister got me these for Christmas. So I do have some like massive dry brushy things. I got some cheap synthetics for one reason: to get paint out of the paint pot and put it on the wet palette. And these are properly cheap. Like, look at the shit. Look how crap these things are. These are atrocious. They're really bad. But they were like £1.50 off Amazon. So I have very, very cheap synthetics. But like I say, they have a purpose. They are for taking paint out of the paint pot, putting it on the wet palette, and then thinning it, so you don't get paint up in the ferrule of your nice brushes when you're mixing it on the wet palette. So that's what these are for. So thank you very much for Target for reminding me that I need to have one of these out on my painting desk to get paint out of the thing. And also, synthetics don't tend to get bits in them in the same way as sable ones do. So they're a little bit easier to kind of keep clean, and then you don't get contamination on your wet palette. Use those for metallic yes, I'll use those for metallic dry brushing. For when I need to do things like this, for when I need to do my Gorgon, I could metallic dry brush all of this, do all the big stuff. Broken Toad used to be my go-to, but I have some rosemaries I use for slapping base colours down. Yeah, that's about all I would use rosemaries for. Slapping base colours down, and for washes, etc. Then trying the Opus for neater stuff. Hopefully they'll hold up, as they're kind of spendy. They are, and they are really nice. Like the one I have used was really nice. There was a brush seller at conventions that we have just tried out, and so far I like the synthetic. Oh, nice one. Nice. How are you, Teeny Tiny? I don't know whether you heard, Teeny Tiny. Brush your files. Clean is always better. Oh, mate, Goldilocks. I have been going through, because I've got an old scalpel blade, and I've been going through and cleaning all of my files because these are really old and they've just got like years of built up stuff. Like that's green stuff. Because green stuff doesn't file very well, so it gets stuck in files a lot. So yeah, I've been going through with a scalpel blade and just scraping off each file line to try and remove all the bits on my files. So yeah, that's one thing I've been doing recently. Cleaning stream next week. God, do you think people would tune in for a cleaning stream where I just sit and clean all my files? I've only had one AO I messed up with, which was due to contrast paints. Yes, so yeah, again, that's a reason why I've got these shitty shitty, crappy synthetics, and I need to be. That's one of the things I need to do. I need to be better, and I've also got some shitty. Sable brushes as well from Jackson's. I got these. Like these are literally like the cheapest sable brushes from Jackson's. You can see how kind of badly they fall apart. But these are really good for throwing contrast paints on. Because I do use contrast paints. That has contrast paints all over it. That was, you do an initial kind of highlight and blend across everything nice and quick, and then you contrast the whole thing and it pulls everything together and makes it look cool. So I do use contrast paints for certain things. I mean, how often do we see a painting streamer actually paint anyways? Might as well be cleaning! My Workhorse Series S2 has been used fairly heavily with contrast and metallics and is still going. That's good to know, Mannerings. That's good to know. So yeah, Teeny Tiny, I don't know whether you heard, but I've just got sponsored by Artis Opus. So if anybody wants to try the Artis Opus brushes, if you do /mod brush in chat, it will take you to my affiliate link, and I get a bigger cut, which is really nice. I get a bigger cut if you do use that link for the Artis Opus stuff. So yeah, thank you very much to Artis Opus. I've used one. Rich Gray lent me one a while ago, and I used it, and it was properly cool. So yeah, I need to do a bit of a deep clean, but liking the big Monument soap and the AO paint purger and brush cleaner, nice. So that was the question, because you get a little pot of the brush, don't you, with Artis Opus. So I need to be a little bit more. What's the word? Consistent with cleaning my brushes after streams, which we'll try and get to. I've got a nice S2, which is for less destructive paint. Well, I've got a where is it? I've got a size 4. I've got a Da Vinci size 4. That's my Da Vinci size 4, which I use for. This is the one that I use for contrast paints. Oh dear, I've bent one back. One of the bristles back. This is the one that I use for contrast paints when I'm doing it all over the model, like when I did that wood elf. So that is a size 4. So hopefully I can carry on using that one and compare it, because that's nice and clean as well. I very rarely use that one. That's for large applications. But yeah, as everybody knows, the size 1 is my favourite. So it'll be nice to play around with that. So thanks very much everybody for listening to me waffle about Artis Opus for a little bit. And I know Byron, the guy who heads up Artis Opus and Element Games and stuff, and what he says about the brushes makes sense as well. It's a liquid in a little pot. Don't really use a tiny pot now that I have the big Monument one, but their paint purger is worth picking up. So does that like dissolve the paint that's in the brush, the purger? I will ask them about the purger. What's happened here? Why have I missed all of that? That's weird. It's still warm. There's still that tip. Still got a little bit dried on it.
Good.
Yes, it's Blakey boy.
And I will not eat you.
So I've been trying to plan in my head what I'm going to grab when the Wood Elf orders land on Saturday, and I think I'm going to try and be good. I'm going to try and be good. That's the aim. So what I'm going to try and do is grab the battalion, the cards, and the dice, and that's it. Like maybe the Arcane Journal. I don't know. Like I can get the Arcane. Maybe grab the digital version of the Arcane Journal. I don't know. But in terms of models, I might get that general, the plastic general. But I was thinking if I get the battalion and dice and stuff, then I can just focus on like throw slapping, building and then throw slapping all the Glade Guard and the Glade Riders and the Eternal Guard and all that lot. And then worrying about, because I really want to convert Orion. I think that would be really nice to convert Orion up, but if I do him first, I'll never get the Glade Guard done. So that's what I'm thinking. How are you, Spiky Boy? So when the Wood Elves land, again, if anybody's thinking about grabbing the Wood Elves, consider using the Element Games link, which is !element. That'll be super cool on Saturday. And get yourself double loyalty points. Tired. Andor. Oh shit! Yeah, the final episodes of Andor are out. It was worth it. I kind of thought it would be. In the end, I kind of thought it would be worth it because it was the same with season 1, wasn't it? Season 1 was such a slow burner, and then by the end of season 1, you were like, "This is fucking the best TV ever." Awesome. I will watch those tonight. Thank you, Spike. Thank you for reminding. I can't believe I forgot actually. Thanks for reminding me. What's the final episode number? Did we get to 12? Was it 12 episodes? $10 to 12, perfect. Because I'm up to 9, and being as though we're dropping 3, I thought it might be 10, 11, 12. Excellent. And is the ending like properly like takes you straight into Rogue One? Is it a really exciting like, oh my god kind of ending? Obviously no spoilers, just tell me what you thought. Very cool, Spiky Boy. It's brilliant, yes, it ties directly into Rogue One! Oh my god, so cool! Okay. I'm gonna need to rewatch Rogue One now, which I'm like meh about. I think I rewatched it after Andor season 1. Because I think I was like, oh, maybe I'll like Rogue One better now. Spoilers, I didn't particularly. So let's try after season 2. This guy's cool as shit. Sorry, but this guy's just cool as shit. See, people said that about season 1, but it was laying so much groundwork for everything, but it didn't have space wizards with laser swords. I really liked season 1. I thought season 1 was brilliant. And it was really good because it showed that you could have a Star Wars story that wasn't about space wizards with laser swords. I thought it was fantastic. It was a really, really good character. Character story. Wow, season 2 is without question the finest and most well-developed story. Wow, love it. Oh, I really can't wait now. Yeah, I'll definitely watch that after stream. I'll start watching that after stream. Sounds awesome, dude. Anybody else watching Andor? Like I did with Lord of the Rings and even The Hobbit, at some point I'll rewatch series 1 and 2 followed up. Yeah. That was my idea. I think I watched Rogue One after season 1. Just to see if I like Rogue One anymore, but I'll definitely watch Rogue One again after season 2. And of course this week for movie night we've got A Knight's Tale, not A Knight's Tale, A Knight's War, and then next week is A Knight's Tale. So I'm preparing myself. Knight's Tale's so fucking good. I'm preparing myself to want a Bretonian army. Or an Empire army. I've started looking at like the one down mounts, so rather than a dragon, looking at like a hippogriff and stuff, and a griffin. So the Empire Griffin is, well, the old Empire Griffin I really like the model. The new Empire Griffin I'm not a big fan of, but the old Empire Griffin was really cool. The one that was all kind of twisting and standing upright. That was an awesome model. I love that model. So have a lord on that with loads of knights.
I need your clothes,
Yeah.
boots, and your motorcycle.
How you doing, Sex Dudes? Congratulations, Sex Dudes. I'm happy for you. About time you got a little bit of good news in your job. Even vamp counts. Be more Empire with the armor and storyline. What, a Knight's War? We shall see. Maybe it will inspire me to do a vampire cavalry army then. Oh God, heaven help me! I don't need any I don't need any help mentally planning fucking vampire count armies. Don't need any help. Knight's Tale becomes one of the best medieval costuming in if you ignore the principal cast. Fucking love the Knight's Tale. Knight's Tale is absolutely fucking brilliant. I will not hear a bad... Well, I mean, you're more than welcome to say a bad thing about Knight's Tale, but I'll just ignore it because it's fantastic. Musalon Vampire Empire Army. Shit. Warmaster, can you stop this? God damn it. Because then you could use... You could have an undead griffin. Oh, that would be epic, wouldn't it? I could, but I'm not going to. I do love Knight's Tale, even with the use of modern music that so many people seem to whine about. Really? Do people whine about it? It's fantastic. It's so good. It knows what it is. That's great. That's the thing. And what do we call it? Bethany is just absolutely brilliant in it. His intros, Rick von Liechtenstein, are fantastic. Oh. Musalon Vampire Army. Right, I need to very, very quickly have a bio break. This is looking pretty good though. This is looking pretty good. Right, 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Just quick bio break. Right, how are we doing? Oh, just when I go live, some dude turns up in a motorbike. You need to watch Blood Throne. You'll want to do a vampire turned empire army. My friends and I often use "You have been weighed, you have been measured, and you have absolutely been found wanting" line anytime one of us screws something up. You've been weighed, you've been measured, and you have absolutely been... I love that. I love that when he's lying on his back and the heads come in. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Right. Let's carry on. Let's carry on. Oh. Of course, it's so hot. The paint is drying out, so I'm going to add a little bit more water to it again. My God. You've been weighed, you've been measured, and you've been absolutely found wanting. Any more ideas, War Master? Any more army ideas you would like to pitch to me? See if we can remove that dried bit on the tip. Not that you can think of right now. Yeah, sure. Sure. Oh, by the way, why don't you try a Skaven? Yeah, the vampire army that I would really like the look of would be blocks of skeletons and graveguard with a vampire white necromancer kind of thing in each one on the front rank, with a big battle standard bearer, a black coach, and some black knights. It would just look so cool. Oh, the motorbike's back. I'm streaming here! Man-sized rats, just a nasty rumour. Yeah, Skaven don't actually exist. There are no Skaven. We're waiting for Skaven in 40k, aren't we? We're waiting for the Harud. We're waiting for the Harud in 40k, which I'm guessing will turn up in Kill Team at some point. Which would be really cool. Yeah, these brushes are going to be cool to play around with tomorrow. I'm guessing they're going to arrive tomorrow. They've been shipped today. One ogre and the rest nobblers and monster and artillery. Yes, don't be silly. There are no man-sized rats in the sewers. One ogre. I don't want to entertain an ogre army. Hendy's looks awesome, but I don't think that's kind of my thing. Have you worked out your list, Hendy, for the ogres? Are you collecting the list, or are you just adding the units that you like? Ogres are cool. Need to print some more iron guts. Ogres, not ogres. Yeah, ogres. We're talking old world here. We're not in AOS, where we have Troggoths. We don't have Troggoths, we have trolls. We don't have ogres, we have ogres. Take my wife's name out of your goddamn mouth. Take that ogre name out of your goddamn mouth. Hendy's going to surprise everybody and walk away with coolest army with his snow-based Chaos Dwarfs of the TSM. Everybody's going to go, that looks cool as shit. And Hendy's going to be like, yep, I know. Who said ogres? Time to disappear some people! Well, we don't have Atari or a Purples in chat, so there is no banhammer. There's no banhammer around. So, unfortunately, people can get away with that sort of stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Hendy just walked away with like coolest army award. Yep, I have Hendy slapped everything. Hendy chopped everything. I've Hendy chopped a Chaos Dwarf army and it looks amazing. Hendy chop, Hendy chop. Have it! Go look at the 3D prints in Discord. Do I have to? Do I have to? No, I let it slide for Mannering. He's good people. Was it Mannering talking about ogres? Mannering is good people. .3D prints. Holy fuckballs. Look at this, guys. Oh my god! Look at that! Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Mannering is gone. Mannering is gone. And old metal troll slayer's corpse are good. Old metal troll slayer. I don't know. They've certainly got some character. Oh look, there's one of those. There's one of those human-sized rat things. I thought these were fake. I can see the layer lines in the picture here. We've got layer lines in your picture, Spike. It's just a mutant. Rude tweet. That wasn't. That was Aunt. Oh, did you mean to say that Metal Troll Slayer sculpts aren't good? Look at this. Oh, we got layer lines again. Look in the picture. Mate, this is cool. Is this that? Oh my god, look how many you've printed, dude. Is this the Castle Kickstarter thing that you were talking about the other day? It's fucking cool, isn't it? It's so cool. Filament printed trees. Oh wow! Oh, I quite like those. Layer lines again. You need to get a new. You need to get a new camera spike. The layer lines are showing up a lot in this camera. Printable scenery. Just the close-ups exaggerate the print lines big time. I'm guessing. No. You're missing my joke. There's a layer line here. Look. There's a layer line on the photo. Those are pretty sweet trees. These are really cool. They're really cool. Wow. Wow. Christ, that's big. They're pretty sweet trees. They're really good, dude. They look awesome. Do do do. If it weren't raining today, I'd be spraying it with base paint. Oh, it's gonna look so good, isn't it? Is this for a? Is that going to be like for a like static table, or is it going to be like a big castle that you're going to be able to move around, kind of thing? I don't know. Is it going to be modular? There we go. That's what I meant. Is it going to be like a static built castle, or is it modular that you can kind of build? You've got a siege board that could be very good for, very tempting. I would love to be able to do a board. I want to get like a little 4x4 foot desert base, desert mat, so I can at least take some photographs of the Tomb Kings and stuff. I don't know whether just to get like a cheap eBay job or whether to spend a fraction more and get like one of the more well-known wargaming companies who do the mats. It was about 3 kilograms of filament. Oh my god. If I got a bamboo printer, it would be on non-stop. It would just be constantly me making something. I mean, the resin printer is pretty much always constantly making something. Not quite as much as I think an FDM would be. Looks like a decent castle too. The square forts are fine, but not really a proper job. My FDM is always hecking on. That's why I want a second. Oh, I need a bamboo. Need to get a bamboo. I'll try and pick up a bamboo at some point. We might have a massive dragon commission soon. I'm going to send the quote out for it from Mr. Mango. Let me know if my hair gets in the camera. If my head gets in the way. I'm at a slightly different angle painting at the moment. Just because of how I've got to hold the dragon to try to get access to everything. Hopefully I can keep my head out of the way. How far do I have to go actually? Oh, a fair bit. Not too bad. Have you decided what you're grabbing for the Wood Elves on Saturday, Ren? I think I'm just going to grab the battalion, dice and cards, and I'm going to leave the heroes for when I've got the battalion at least kind of built, and then I can go back in and grab the heroes. So that's my plan. Whether I survive that plan, I don't know. We will see. Just the dice and journal. You're going to be sensible. You're not going to get the battalion. Yeah, I'm going to grab the dice. I'll probably skip the journal. I don't know. Dice and cards, because I like having the dice and the cards, and I will probably do the same for the beastmen, depending upon what the dice look like. I really like the dice for the Wood Elves though. Forgot to take the tea bag out of my tea. Yeah. Builder's tea. Hoping we get a new resin hero. Yeah, I'm really curious. I'm guessing, just like off the top of my head, I'm guessing it's because they've got a plastic hero. You won't know the new rules. I know. I'll maybe get like the digital version from Warhammer at some point. I've got the digital versions of all the other arcane journals, so I'll just I'll just add it to the list. You need all the dice. SDS doesn't like woodies, obviously. Hendy, I was listening to the deep dive, awooga. I was listening to the deep dive today, and they were like, okay, well this unit doesn't have a save. Oh, this unit doesn't have a save. Oh, unit doesn't have a save. None of them have a save. It was quite funny listening to it. How sacrilegious is a Bretonian lord mounted on a dragon? I don't know. I do want to put the Green Knight in my Wood Elf army, because I want to paint the Green Knight, and I never got around to painting the Green Knight. But I don't particularly want a Bretonian army until I watch Knight's Tale and Knight's War at the movie night for the next 2 weeks. So I'll probably leave those wanting a Bretonian army. And of course we have the Wood Elf Lord on a horsey boy, which Sophie sent me for my birthday, which is cool. Woodies are the squishiest of boys, they are. Yeah, I reckon they'll get one at some point, won't they? I want to paint the Green Knight in a kind of Arthurian Legends-inspired diorama. That would be super cool, wouldn't it? It'd be super cool. Yeah, I'll do the Green Knight at some point. I'm going to try and prepare it, like sand all the metal down so it's nice and smooth, use some filler primer and stuff, and try and make it a really nice... Because when I did Archaon, I absolutely hated painting Archaon, because it was... because he was hand sculpted metal, you had all the kind of the texture on it, but you couldn't see the texture on it, so you couldn't paint the texture on it. So yeah, painting Archaon, painting the metal Archaon was horrible. I didn't like that. So hopefully the Green Knight is better, and I think it should be. Lurky time, no worries. Thank you, Ren. Yeah, we'll paint some more of the zombie dragon we'll do some more of this zombie dragon because it's starting to look rather cool. I'm rather liking it. Oh my god, the paint is dried again. Need to add more water to the mix. Oh my god, it's ridiculous. Really is ridiculous how often you have to. And the thing is, because I'm kind of half glazing, you need to get this consistency just right. And if the water's evaporating so quickly, it's really difficult to keep the consistency right. Yeah, I'm always a little bit perturbed by metal models. I'm not a big fan of trying to paint them. Not a big fan of trying to paint them, but we'll see. And we'll have to do some Cathay colour scheme checks and try to get a colour scheme kind of nailed in for the Cathay. Been spoiled by all the really nice plastic. It'd be really nice if they kind of did get round. I mean, they've put in a lot of resources and a lot of effort into the Cathay. So if they put in that amount of kind of time and effort into existing factions and new factions, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome, right? And just embrace the fact that like people are using 3D prints and things, and just try and make better models than you can get in 3D prints. Just try to embrace the fact that Games Workshop do the best models, and they'll be fine. Old World will absolutely fly. I like that new Empire, the new Empire Lord, the German von Hauswitz, whatever his name was, dude. There's a really nice example of how old classic fantasy, but with the new technology and touches, does work. They just have to make sure they keep going in that, make sure they keep the character alive with the old world stuff, which they seem to be doing. Just lean into the strength. Yeah, that's it. That's just it. No one makes better models, at least not. No, yeah. And the issue with 3D prints is that you don't really get the detail that you can in plastics, because 3D prints can't have that much of an overhang, and the details are never really that crisp compared to plastic. So when you're painting 3D prints, you never have quite the level of detail, which I know sounds bonkers. You never have quite the level of detail that you do it from a plastic kit, so they should just lean into making the best models they can. Which is why it's a little bit disappointing when you see things like the skeleton horses not being re-sculpted and stuff. But the initial release, there was a lot of kind of toe dipping in the initial release, so hopefully it'll come. Because I'm loving it. I'm absolutely. There's something about the old world, both the rule set, the models, the lore, that really encourages interesting conversations about what an army looks like. I like it. I like it a lot. It's gotten really close. It has gotten really close. Like if you look at, even if you look at things like this, I mean, this is. There we go. This is fantastic. But this is on a large scale. Like if you scale that down, you lose all this kind of detail around here, and it just kind of flattens out. And although it looks detailed when you look at it, it's actually really flat when you get a kind of a 28/32mm scale 3D printed model to try and paint it. And it's fine. It's fine when you do. It's fine when you do like large stuff like this. I mean, that's absolutely fine. That looks fucking awesome. Which is why I didn't have a problem 3D printing my Minotaur army, because I knew the Minotaurs would look amazing. I mean, this guy's going to look fucking stellar standing at the front of the army. How they get sculpted, sort of, but the way people sculpt 3D prints, it's all en masse Patreon stuff, isn't it? So it's like trying to get a big range out in a month. So they get the armature, they add the texture, then they move the armature, and that's it. As opposed to like when you get somebody sculpting this, that's a bit more specific, so they can add all the details and the undercuts and things. Yeah, a little bit, I would imagine. Yeah, I like that, Sinister. Yeah. But then, having said that, that's where Games Workshop need to kind of lean into the fact that we do the best stuff. Yes, you can get the 3D printed stuff, but look what we create, and that's why ours is the best kind of thing. Like I could 3D print my Wood Elf army, and I have 3D printed my Orc army, and I have 3D printed my Minotaur army, because I'm not a big fan of the Minotaurs and the Orcs that you can get for Old World and or AOS, or I don't want to spend vast amounts of money on AOS Minotaurs, whatever they're called, for a very, very small niche army idea. But the Elves and the Tomb Kings, I really like all the Games Workshop models for, so I'll lean into that. It's fine. And I think generally that's probably everybody's approach. If Games Workshop's models are good enough, we'll get the Games Workshop official ones. If you want to collect the army, I don't know. What do people think about that? Like when Games Workshop released the Wood Elves, and you get people who want a Wood Elf army, are they more likely to get the Games Workshop ones, or are they more likely to 3D print themselves an army? Double down on being the prettiest. The monthly ones suffer. People like Alexei Konov, who just does stuff as he finishes, make bloody awesome sculpts. What was the one with the dragons that I liked? That guy did some friggin' awesome dragons. I need to find a use for them. They were in my... what were they in? Likes? Collections. They were in my collections, weren't they? Old World? No. Save for later. What were they in? I can't remember where the dragons were now. Oh, that's a shame. I didn't put them in a collection. Oh well, I'll have to find them again. Yeah, I was looking in the collections. I don't tend to follow sculptors very much. Where's my followed sculptors bit? I tend to put them in collections. So like I've got bases, Lord of the Rings, which has got very, very, very little in there at the moment. Trench Crusade, Far East, Trench Crusade, Old World, which are the Chaos Dwarfs, which I was kind of leaning towards. The Stone Hand, which I really like, and then a tree, and then the Avatars of War, just so I didn't lose the Avatars of War. But I didn't get the. Let me just search. Oh, what was it? Was it a? Let's just search Silver Dragon. See if I can find the. See if I can find them so I can link them. So I can save them. Was it that one? One dragon coin? No. Or was it a gold dragon? Oh, there it is. Rescale. That was it. Collections, Dragons and Wyverns. These just. I just wanted to print all three of these, the chromatics, and use them as Chaos Dragons. Have a 3 Chaos Dragon army. Just be fucking amazing, because this just looks amazing. So add to collection. Shall I add that? Can I add that to the collection? No. So I just add that to the collection. Add that to Old World. There we go. Oh no! Don't create. Oh, fuck off. Have I already added it? Back. Old World. There we go. So yeah, this stuff, I absolutely love this stuff. So the Chromatic Black Dragon pack, there we go. That one should probably be the one that goes in the collection actually. Old World, there we go. So then then you have that as a Chaos Dragon. That as a Chaos Dragon. And that as a Chaos Dragon. There are your 3 Chaos Dragons. That one you probably, I don't know, it doesn't really matter which one you have mounted. But yeah, they're just, I absolutely love those. I think they look great, absolutely great, and they look really, really good. Because normally, I prefer the look of Wyverns because four-legged dragons never quite look good for me, but these ones just look amazing, and I love the horns. So yeah, they were the 3. That one's probably the weakest one. So if you could swap that out for, I don't know, that one or something, find another one, metallic gold one, or I don't know, swap one out for that one. But then you have you have those 2 as the other 2 Chaos Dragons. Just stunning, just super, super cool. So yeah, that's the. That was my, oh my god, I've found these dragons and now I need to find a reason to print them. that was my thing. It's like I want those 3 and now I need to find a reason to have, I need to write a 3 dragon chaos army. So 2 chaos dragons on 2 characters on chaos dragons and a chaos dragon for the rare, and then yeah. They're doing impressive stuff for being another monthly churn out style. Again, with that chromatic one, it's probably an armature that they've sculpted all the texture on and then just moved and repositioned, right? Because it's the same looking dragon with the same head. They've just kind of made it an armature and moved it around. Chaos dragons are 2-headed though. Oh, okay. So I'll have to print 2 of the heads off each. And stick them on. I just thought they looked awesome. I just thought that the heads I just thought looked. Is there a zoom in on the head? That's about the best you can get on the head. I just thought that head looks cool as shit. So yeah, that was my. They don't have to be. It's in the rules, Sinister. Yeah, so just super cool. But yeah, they don't have to be. They can represent. They can represent. That's what I do. Just representing a Chaos Dragon. That's my 3 Chaos Dragons. So yeah, I was trying to think what armies can run 3 dragons. because I really like those dragons as a thing. And it was is it high elves and chaos? I don't really want to run 3 high elf dragons, but chaos dragons sound like a cool idea. Stick a chaos warrior on the top of each other. Everyone uses single ones because we don't have a decent double one. Yeah, the double one is that gangly split neck one, isn't it? Which looks more spindly than the wood elf dragon that everybody seems to hate. Why does everybody hate the wood elf dragon? I love it. So cool. High elves manage 2 dragons easy. Don't think they can really manage triple. Okay. Having said that, I'm currently working on 3 AOS dragons. Yeah. That was the other thing. Is like maybe I do the 3 dragons in AOS. Because you can do them in Stormcast, can't you, with the Storm Drake Guard and stuff. And then you can probably have like 5 dragons in that. So that would be cool. But yeah, I just wanted. I after I saw those dragons, I was like, I need to find a reason to have those dragons because they're gorgeous. So either AOS or Old World. Old World would be the preference. The only downside with the Old World is that you need to have the 500 points of core, and there was nothing really dragon orientated in the 500 points of core that I could take advantage of trying to do a dragony themed army. Beyond maybe marauders, but then you just end up with having to have so many marauders, like chaos worshipping marauders, dragon worshipping marauders. Maybe you have dragon worshipping chaos warriors, and you just kind of lean into it that way. Fucking hell, the paint's dried again. It's really annoying. Two Stone Drakes and Ionis Cryptborn. Yes. Well, my Ionis Cryptborn, I've got Ionis Cryptborn, and he's my Dark Elf Black Dragon. Dragon D's nuts. Oh, it's a Sexy Science Hannah. How are you? How are you, Sexy Science Hannah? We are painting Zombie Dragon. Bum ba dum ba dum ba dum. Bum 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 ba dum bum ba dum. Yeah, we're doing Zombie Dragon at the moment. Sexy Science Hannah. How are you? How are you? Forsaken stats, but find some mutated human-esque models with scaly and draconic. Dragon science. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, maybe you just make them Dragonborn. Maybe you do Dragonborn. Dragonborn, Chaos Forsaken. Is there... Hang on. Let me just search Dragonborn Warrior. Dragonborn Warrior. I don't know what... If anybody's got any other... Because you need a unit of Dragonborn Warriors, don't you? If anybody's got any... keywords that might work to try and find a Dragonborn Warrior unit. Because it's just going to be single models, isn't it? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much just single models. Because it's all D&D. As soon as you put Dragonborn in, it just gives you single models for D&D, doesn't it? What would a unit of Dragon Warriors look like? Do I just search Dragon Warriors? My dad is a biologist, virologist, and parasitologist, and he tried to escape science dragons for me when I was a kid. Amazing. You're doing great! Oh, fantastic, Hannah. Just woke up, have today off, and have the kettle on. Oh, Sexy Science Hannah's making us all a cup of tea! Should we just put Dragon Warrior in there? Dragon Warrior. Go back up to the top. It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same search. Oh, Black Dragon Warriors. Basically belching gas through the gizzard where the flint or the rocks are rubbed together to cause a spark, lighting the gas which comes out as flame. Yes. Yes. Oh, he's cool. See, we need more orders like that. Bone Flesh Dragon Warrior, that's cool. Unit marauders like that. That's badass. I like that. How many points are Chaos Marauders? How many Chaos Marauders do I need to fulfill a core choice? About 70. Oh my god, I'm not painting 70 Chaos Marauders. I'm not painting 70 Chaos Marauders just to do 3 dragons in an army. That is not happening. God damn it. So you gotta use Chaos Warriors or Forsaken or something, haven't you? So you just have to have like dragon armor. Dragon scale armor warrior? I don't know what you do. Marauder Horseman, you could be riding Draconic. Oh! Marauder Horseman riding Draconic mounts. And then 3 Chaos Dragons. How many points is 3 Chaos Dragons? Because characters are 50%, right? $1,400, so you need 600 points of stuff. Can you give the Chaos Dragon that's a rare choice stuff, or is that just 275 points ish? Whatever, how many points that is. Can he have like marks of chaos to make him more expensive? 1,400 ish. What would work? What would work with 3 Chaos Dragons? You can upgrade a rare Chaos Dragon to be a wizard. Shit. That's one way to spend some points. Maybe I'll just print the 3 dragons and then see where it goes. Oh, I wonder whether they are on square bases. I wonder whether they give the option of the square base. Do they give the option of a square base? Looks badass, doesn't it? It looks badass. It doesn't look like it. Totem of the Scale Wings. What's that? Wait, what? Oh, that's Lizardmen. I gotcha. Oh my god, look at that! Brass Dragon. No, that's not as good. That's not as good as the Chromatic Black one. Chromatic Black one's cool as shit. Warden of Lies. Hang on, have they got? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is that? That's insanely cool. Maybe we do that. It's a 4-headed dragon. So that can be the dragon. That can be the dragon that's the rare choice, and then you have the 2 of the other black chromatic dragons, and then you have all these guys. That's awesome. This thing's nuts as well. Wow! Okay, these are really cool. These guys are awesome. Warden of Lies. Why can't I see the Knight of Valor pack? Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. I do not need to be clicking more of this. What's that? Is that a wood elf dragon? Oh! That's like a thorny wood elf dragon. Oh, fucking shitballs. Curse of the Briar. What are you guys doing? I hate you guys. You've distracted me and made me do this. I'm blaming you all. Knight of Valor. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's badass. He's not as good. He's cool. Okay, they all need that helmet. What's this? What's this? Yeah. Forking shirt balls is correct. Oh, pretty. I like that. That would be stellar in my upcoming Dark Elf army. Sinister, do you want the link? Oh my god. These are... Oh! Oh! Okay, all of these just with with that helmet. Wow! Look at that! Look at that! Oh. Chaos Marauder. Okay. These are expensive though. These are expensive. I'll send you the link. I'll put the link in. Is that the one with the... Oh, look at this. Look, just... Oh. You didn't like the hammer? The lack of forearm protection is an odd choice since arms are a standard target. I don't know. We don't make you do anything, Chris. You hang yourself with your own rope. Oh, look, there's Marauder Bowman as well. Oh, these are really cool. Right, where was the... What did I... There we go. Knight of Valor pack. So the Knight of Valor pack... Do we think the heads are separate? Why didn't you like the hammer? Where was the hammer? Look at him. I want him. He's awesome. The hammer looked perfect. Any model's head is separate with a shark. That's very true. That helmet. I want a Chaos Army with that helmet. Where's the hammer? That hammer? That hammer's amazing! Was it that hammer? Oh. So there was one later with that hammer with the helmet on, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Oh no, it wasn't quite. Assassin Warband models when? When somebody sculpts them, Shirato. That's like the hammer the dude in the original Conan movie used. Pico Han. Immortalis Knight Draven Evernight. Okay, so rescale. What is that? Is that a Wood Elf Branch Witch? That's fucked up cool. Mushroom soldier, Infernum, Brass Dragon, Arquebuses, Twig Blight Rest, Briar Dragon. So the Briar Dragon, is there a Curse of the Briar? It's very Del Toro. It is very Del Toro looking. Hopefully you didn't spend all your birthday money yet. No, I haven't actually. I've got £30 of it here. No, I don't like any of those. Oh, she's cool. That's cool. I like that. I like that. That's actually a cool tree man. Actually, that's a cool tree man. Holy shit, we found cool tree man. Oh my god. Have we actually found good tree men? That's actually cool. And twisted and weird. Hang on. Is there a link with just the tree men? No. A necromancer. That's a necromancer. That's cool as well. Unless the treatment is about to hurl a halfling at someone, it's not 100% cool. That hammer is spreading all the force over a large area. Useless. Another necromancer. That's not too bad. That one's cool. But we don't need undead stuff. We don't need undead stuff. Games Workshop do fine undead stuff. Games Workshop do fine undead stuff. So we don't need undead stuff. Don't need to look at undead stuff. That's fine. Cursed Dragon versus Armored Dragon. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, I need to stop looking at this. Store 1,262 things. Oh wow. Unchained Raider sword block. Pack. Wow. 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 God damn it. Unsupported? No, I want them supported. Oh, supported file. Supports for convert. Okay. When the prints are in my order cart. As soon as somebody makes them, I'll print them for you. We're waiting for Mr. Jar. Mr. Jar will probably be the one. Right. It's much easier to look at things if you go to their main store page rather than just the related. Yeah, probably. I don't have, I don't want to spend like all stream just looking at Chaos Dragon Army ideas. We'll get them, Shirato. We'll get them. We'll get them. Right. Let's try and paint. Let's try and paint. Stop distracting me and blaming you all again. Oh, that was why I stopped painting, because the paint had dried up again. I need to put some. Right, there we go. Need to put some ice cubes. So find okay. So the general storyline on that is find cool Chaos Warriors to worship the dragon. Stick them in the core choice. So you need 600 points of Chaos Warriors and 3 dragons, right? Can you get 600 points of Chaos Warriors in one unit? I bet you can. I bet you can make one unit of Chaos Warriors just 600 points. I bet you can. With like heroes and things in there. Because you can put a battle standard bearer in there, a sorcerer in there, a chaos lord in there. Dragon cultist marauders sounds cool. Dragon cultist marauders does sound rather cool. So do you do dragon cultist marauders? What was it? Was it Warmaster who said I needed 70 marauders for 500 points or 600 points? So maybe not marauders, maybe chaos warriors, and make them look maraudery in the print, but just have them, because those ones had quite a bit of armour on, but they still had the bare arms of maraudery look. So chaos forsaken, chaos warriors, 600 points worth, with heroes, battle standard bearer, sorcerer, whatever in there, and then 3 chaos dragons. You don't have the hero points to put characters in the core unit when you're wanting 2 dragons. Oh yeah, of course. Oh shit, yeah, of course. Yeah, because the heroes with the dragons is like 1,000 points, isn't it? Ah, of course. Of course. So, how cheap? Well, no, because then you just end up having to make the. Then you just end up having to make the Chaos Warrior unit even larger, like 800 points worth. They're really nice though. The Unchained. How much were the Unchained commanders? They're still $30 though. It's $30. But they were really nice. I wonder whether they come separate. Am I going to have to follow Rescale on Patreon so I can get a discount code? I bet Rescale have a discount code in the My Mini Factory store if you follow them on Patreon. I'll have to follow them on Patreon, get a discount code, and then grab the dragons and stuff. And then it's just a case of cutting the bases up to try and fit them on a square base. What size is it? Is it 60 by 100? I printed the version 1 pack of Unchained. They were really skinny when printed though, sadly. Just scale them up. Can you scale them up? So that's volume 2. Is the volume 1 stuff the same then? Is the volume 1 stuff the same? Because the Chaos Warriors are on a 30mm base, aren't they? So you've got I'm guessing you've got room to scale them up. It's cool that you've had the version 1 stuff though, that's cool. I might have to drop you a message and you can send me some pickies and see what they're like. Do they do a discount code if you follow them on Patreon? Because those dragons need to be printed. Because they're awesome, and then you can really quickly do a really cool kind of airbrush texture. Like you paint them all like this, and then you airbrush it all together. I made them the same height as a Chaos Warrior, but they were skinny, as I say. You'd have to only scale in X and Y. Oh, okay. They used to. They're still called Lord of Print when I was a sub. Oh, okay. I will do an investigate, War Masters. That sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan, Mr. War Masters. I could probably drop my Avatars of War one down a little bit and drop that Patreon down. Welcome back, Sophie Soph. Welcome back, Sophie Soph. Are the version 1.1 similar? God, look at these. Look at these. Fucking epic. They're really cool. Did they paint quite well, War Masters? You know, like I was saying with like the detail just being like flat when you come to paint them. Did they paint quite well? Jesus. Just wow. They look hard to paint. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think they're an airbrush wash. I think they're an airbrush wash kind of thing, because all this can just kind of fade into contrast between the plate and the depth oblivion, and then you just paint the top bit. I think that's the way you do it. You never painted them. The scale being off to Old World put me off them. Oh. I might try and... Oh, they're really cool. I've got to try and persevere with these. They're awesome. Oh, is this the ones that you had? Oh my word. I can actually see how they look a little bit more slender. Wow, okay. Flail Squadron, Sword Squadron. I'm gonna have to investigate all this, aren't I? I'm going to have to investigate all this. Look at that. Look at the dragon. Jesus. I'll tell you what, they're not cheap though, are they? Wow. Depends on how you paint. Yeah, well, like I've been saying for a while with the Old World stuff, the Old World stuff being painted en masse, like that took me an hour. So being painted en masse kind of changes your approach to painting a little bit more anyway, which I'm finding quite fun. Right, I'm going to go and make some chili and warm some chili up, get some rice cooked, and we'll be back on tomorrow hopefully with the new sponsor of Artis Opus, with some cool new brushes that we can show off. So exclamation mark brush if you want to grab some, just top up your collection or whatever. You had a rack of ribs on the barbecue for the last several hours. Wow. So everybody's off to Spike's for dinner because we got ribs, a rack of ribs over at Spike's on the barbecue. It's a huge hunk of pork side roll. Wow. Just made pad thai. Fantastic. Vitai, hello by the way. Oh. Hello by the way, Vitai. Sorry, I haven't said hello properly anyway. Wow, that is scary. All the rescale stuff is quite scary. Yeah, so Dragon Army, there we go. See if we can print some of those out. See if we can print some of those out. What colour should the wings be? Oh my god. Right. I'm getting munchies. Pallid flesh. Yeah, I started doing them brown, look, and I think the brown is probably not the right colour. So maybe a bit paler. I think they probably need to be paler than all this kind of turquoise and pink and brown that's going on the skin. I do like this though. I think it's looking great. There we go. Zombie dragon starting to take shape. Rhinox to pallid flesh blend. The wings need a gradient. They do need a gradient. They will 100% get a gradient. Probably darker towards the inside and then lighter towards the outside. Because I want all this to kind of stand out, so if we can make the start of the wings nice and dark to kind of draw attention to all this in the centre, that would be cool. He's looking good though, isn't he? He's looking good. All yucky, yucky, horrible, horrible. Right. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm going to go and see if the Minotaur heads have printed and all the 100 arrows which I've printed for my Wood Elves. So I'll go and do that. There is a Chaos Lord ready to lead the new Chaos Army, which I'm formulating in my head. And let's go find somebody to pass you over to. Let's see if anybody is on. Probably isn't. What's everybody doing for this evening? What are we all up to this evening? Ren, Mel is on. Zumitiko is doing some Necromunda. White Wolf. Nikki's playing a game. Is it just going to be Ren again? It's just Ren again, isn't it? It's always Ren. Right, let's go over to Ren. Raid. Thanks very much. We raided Badger yesterday. Right, thanks everybody. Thanks for the stream, and I will see you all later. Have a good time at your games night, Spike. I'm going to go and make some chili. And I'll see you all later. Bye.